This is part 2 of evaluating the Minnesota Vikings 2022 draft, including all of the trades and what the trade partners did with those trades. We covered round 1 in part 1, but I had to separate round 2 because this is when stuff starts to get crazy. Buckle up. You'll remember that the Vikings traded with the Detroit Lions in the previous round. That trade also included pick 34. Well, Kwesi opted to do yet another in-division trade, this time with the Green Bay Packers. Kwesi sent pick 34 to Green Bay in exchange for 53 and 59. With that 34th pick, the Green Bay Packers selected wide receiver Christian Watson. In his 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers, he has accumulated over 1,600 yards and 14 touchdowns. The Vikings decide they're going to mix things up. They're going to move up. So they decide to make a trade with the Indianapolis Colts, which gives them pick 42. It also includes pick 122. Minnesota sends 53, 77, and 129 to the Colts. I'm going to talk about what the Colts did with those picks in part 3, but for now, I'm trying at least to keep things in chronological order. Is your head spinning yet? And it's only round 2. All right, so the Vikings are back in the second round. They've got pick 42. What are they going to do with it? They are going to go with cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. In the 23 games that he was active for the Vikings, he had 20 tackles. He was traded right before the start of the 2024 season for Nahshon Wright. Nahshon was also a quarterback. He was drafted in the 3rd round the year before, and he never got off the Vikings practice squad. With the 46th pick that the Lions acquired from the Vikings, they selected defensive end Josh Paschal. Josh hasn't quite lived up to being a 2nd-round pick, but he has dealt with multiple injury and health issues along the way. Last year, he played 14 total games in which he had 21 total tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery. The Vikings wrap up the action of round 2 with their 2nd pick that they acquired from the Packers, number 59. They used that pick on guard Ed Ingram. Last season, Ed had a PFF grade of 54, 49th in pass blocking, and 58th in run blocking. He was benched halfway through the season for a guy who's never played right guard. Whole lot of names dropped in the first 2 parts, and only 3 of those names winded up on the Vikings roster. Only 1 remains, and he was benched halfway through the season. So, let me know in the comments what you think of all these trades so far. For me personally, I remember being very annoyed that Kwesi was trading so much in the division. Stick around for part 3. There might be even more to keep up with in that one.